Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I thought I would do a bit of a different video today, and it might be something that I do sort of throughout the year, but I wanted to talk about some of the things that I really love about autumn. Autumn is one of my favourite seasons and there's just so many lovely things about it, so I just wanted to share a few of them with you. Maybe it's things that you can look out for, or just, I don't know, just some nice pictures for you to look through. So the first thing that I really love about autumn is the colours of the leaves. I just think it looks so beautiful, you know, when they first start changing and you get all the oranges and the reds and the yellows, especially when it's a lovely sunny day and the sun is shining down on them and it just looks beautiful. So there's nothing better than just going out and looking at all the different coloured leaves and like seeing how many different colours you can see, especially if you've got children. It's often fun to go out and like do a leaf hunt and pick up lots of different leaves to bring back home and then make pictures with. Another thing that I really enjoy doing in autumn is going for a walk, which is slightly difficult when you're in a wheelchair because you can't go for a standard walk, but it can be nice to take your wheelchair through like crunchy leaves and just feel that kind of like crisp autumn air on your face, you know, get wrapped up in like a scarf and gloves and a nice warm coat and just like appreciate the sunshine but the coldness as well, and looking at all the different things that are changing in nature. It's just something that I really enjoy trying to do at this time of year. Talking of leaves, I also think it's good fun, and this is something that I have done since I was a child. It is good fun to go and jump in the leaves, especially when they're at that crispy stage, like before they've got wet from the rain and stuff. When we were younger, my dad often used to clear the leaves out of the garden and we're back onto woodland, so we'd put them out in the woods, make big piles of them and then jump into them. And even as an adult, it's something that you can still enjoy doing. Something that I've only started doing the last few years in autumn is to carve pumpkins. We've never been massively into Halloween in our house, but we started carving pumpkins a few years ago, and we tend to carve like nice pumpkins, especially like Disney characters and like fun things rather than the sort of creepy ones that you often get. And yeah, it's a bit messy and you get pumpkin goop everywhere, but the end result always looks really nice, and I just love putting the tea lights in, and we pop them on the windowsill on Halloween evening, so like when we get trick-or-treaters they all often comment on our Disney pumpkins in the window, and it's just something fun you can do either with kids or with friends. And just, yeah, there's so many ideas on Pinterest as well, so if you're looking for ideas for like next year, definitely have a look through Pinterest because there's so much inspiration. To go along with the carving pumpkins, I also think it's really fun to watch spooky films. Now, if anyone knows me, you will know that I am not into scary films at all. I'm a complete wimp, and yeah, I would never watch like a horror film or anything like that. But there are plenty of like kids spooky films that I really enjoy watching. I love Hotel Transylvania. There's like 3 of them now, I think. And things like Hocus Pocus, Nightmare Before Christmas. So there's plenty to watch even if you're like me and you can't stand a horror film. This time of year is always perfect for switching up your wardrobe and getting out all those chunky knits. I think autumn and winter are probably my favourite times of year for dressing because I love a good snuggly jumper, and there are so many in the shops. My drawers are literally overflowing with chunky knits and jumpers, and yeah, you can go into pretty much any shop at this time of year and find a whole like variety of colours and patterns, and I just think it's really nice when it's horrible and cold and wintry outside to just get into a nice warm snuggly jumper and feel all cosy and toasty. This time of year is also really good for comfort food. You've kind of been through the summer when you're trying to eat like healthily and eat salads and that kind of thing, and then you get to autumn and it's like a really good excuse for eating things like baked potatoes, like chunky soups with bread rolls, mashed potato and sausages, like anything like that, like big like portions of lasagna, anything that's like warm and comforting and possibly not the best. I mean, some of those things can be healthy, but it's just anything that like warms you up from the inside and yeah, there's just nothing better than like, I don't know, my mum's like home cooking, or going to like a really cozy little pub and having a big plate of lasagna or something on there, and you kind of don't feel bad about it because you're covered up with your chunky knits and it doesn't really matter anymore. So as I said, we've never really celebrated Halloween, but something we have also always kind of, I don't know if celebrate is the right word, but something we've always enjoyed as a family is Bonfire Night. I love that bonfirey smell that you get in the air, and I love going down to like watch a firework display, have sparklers, and then we often like will come back to our house afterwards and have our own little like sparklers. We'll toast marshmallows, or have like really lovely like food like jacket potatoes and beans and things like that. And I just love the whole excuse of like wrapping up warm and enjoying all the pretty like colours in the sky. And yeah, it's just, I think it's really good fun, and it always like makes me think, okay, now that this is done, Christmas is on its way. As I said, I think autumn is a really, I mean, you can do this any time of year, but I think autumn is a really good time of year to toast marshmallows. We bought my dad a fire pit for his birthday last year, so we've really enjoyed all like gathering around the fire pit with our skewers and our marshmallows, toasting them until they go all gooey and like warm, and then yeah, eating them. It's just really good fun. I mean, I love marshmallows anyway, but I think there's nothing better than a toasted marshmallow, especially when it's cold and like a bit rainy maybe outside. Autumn is also a really good time for beautiful sunsets. We've been really lucky here recently, and there have been some gorgeous sunsets, and you can kind of incorporate it with going out for sort of an afternoon walk. You go for your walk, and then as you're coming back and it's starting to get darker, often the sky just turns beautiful colours of like red and orange and yellow, and it just looks gorgeous, and it's something you would often maybe miss. So it's something that I've really tried this year, to keep an eye on the sky and see what it's looking like, and just try and like appreciate how beautiful the world looks sometimes. So when it's starting to get cold, I think there's nothing better than feeling cozy when you're at home, and one of the best ways to do that, I think, is to light candles. There are so many candles available on the market, and I must admit I am a bit of a candle hoarder. I particularly love the sort of autumn range of ones. I managed to get my hands on some Bath & Body Works ones last year, so I've been burning them, like things like Leaves I've really enjoyed, but you can get lovely Yankee candles and candles from places like Home Sense, and I just think there's something about having like a little flame flickering while you're inside that just makes it feel like so much more cozy. And there's so many beautiful smells as well that really make me feel like autumn is on its way. Along with candles, it's really nice to put fairy lights on at this time of year. Although I like autumn, I'm not a fan of like the really dark evenings and like it getting darker a lot earlier. So I like to make sure I light candles and that I have lots of fairy lights on, just to make it feel a little bit more cozy and to bring some light into the house, because I don't like it feeling dark. And I think fairy lights are nice because, you know, they're not too harsh, and it does just, you get that lovely like twinkly sensation of it being almost like Christmassy but not quite. So yeah, my bedroom and my house tends to be full of like lovely little fairy lights around this time of year. As soon as September hits, one of the first things that I'm always looking out for is the autumn drinks in the cafes. So especially things like the pumpkin spice latte. Although I only had one pumpkin spice latte this year, I can't believe that I didn't manage to get more. But I did go to Costa and had a bonfire spiced latte, which was delicious. But also you can make autumn drinks at home. I've got loads of autumnal teas and, you know, hot chocolates and things like that. It's just a good excuse to have like really yummy drinks and snuggle up and not feel too guilty about it. I think this time of year is also a really nice time to start introducing soups back into your diet. It's not really something that I have in the summer, but as soon as it starts getting a little bit colder, it's like all I crave is soup and a crusty roll. I don't tend to make my own soups, although it's something I would quite like to start doing. But we get a lovely butternut squash soup from Waitrose, which is just delicious. And it's, you know, if you have some warm bread with butter on it, it's just perfect for autumn. And then the last thing that I love about autumn is the fact that there is time to start counting down until Christmas. Now, it kind of has its good side and its bad side, because I start to get a little bit panicky that I'm not ready enough for Christmas. but I think the countdown to Christmas is possibly even better than Christmas itself. I love the Christmas adverts coming out, seeing all the Christmas lights and things start coming out in the shops. Just all that like preparation of like getting ready for Christmas and the excitement and everything, I personally just really enjoy. And yeah, that is definitely one of my favourite things about autumn. So I really hope you've enjoyed hearing a few of my favourite things about autumn. I have so many more, but I tried to like bring it down into just a few. If you'd like to see videos like this for other seasons, or for perhaps other eventualities or situations, do let me know. Do let me know like what kind of favourites you'd be interested in hearing about. If you've enjoyed this and you'd like to see more videos, please give me a like and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you all very soon. I hope you have a lovely autumn. Bye!